Hello guys, this is Pap from Pap back at it again, and today we finally have the King of Games video. Maybe a lot of you already saw the stream that happened yesterday, because yes, this happened on stream, so it was a surprise stream. If you want to see all of the duels live, like my thought process and how I actually handled all of the matchup live streaming, you can check the stream. It's the one that happened on Tuesday, so kind of unusual. But today instead we're gonna see the deck list again with full explanations and some of the replays, going also against the tier 1. But before jumping right in, guys, just a quick reminder: if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it and really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. So I'm here, of course, with the professor, the teacher, Valiant Crawler, and his engineering. I don't think I need to explain these from scratch. We just have basically a couple of facts. The first one, to change any card into an Ancient Gear monster as long as we can reveal an Ancient Gear Golem or a card that mentions it, actually a monster that mentions it. And the second fact instead is, during your turn, if your opponent activates something to interrupt you or negate something, you can activate the second part of the skill and play an Ancient Gear Duel face up from your end or deck straight away, plus you get an additional normal summon. So this is the deck list. As you can see, this has the same extra deck of the EXOSISTERS version that I made, I think, a month ago. So the EXOSISTERS turn 1 is very useful against some matchup, even though this deck, in my opinion, gains some accountability because of the fact that it can easily go into a turn 1 that locks the grave, because we have access to Abyss Twiller and Xenophons in the same turn on turn 1. And why this gives accountability to the deck? Because we know Shadoll's is now tier 1 and it's one of the decks that most messes up with the graveyard. So if you go with these two, as you will see in the replays, you actually cut down a lot of the Shadoll's plays. So there are some changes though compared to the versions I posted a month ago. So we're playing the double Dark Golem kinda normal, but we're playing 30 cards. So I actually increased the number of Fortress. I'm playing also triple statue. I think it was triple already, but I also added the triple effect Veiler, just to have a sort of different interruption during your opponent's turn. And what else, guys? The rest is kind of the same. I think I'm playing a couple of Ancient Gear fusions. I think I was playing just one. All of the spells, a couple, so you want to see all of them, not really more than one in your hand. The Carpe Diem is here for the Exorcist combo. The one copy of Ancient Gear Dragon that, trust me, can save some duels if your opponent only has one back row. And I guess that's it for the explanation. I leave you to the replays. One thing I want to say before going into them: remember, guys, there are two turn 1 you can go to. They both are made of 2-card combo that just becomes one because of the skill. You can search the missing piece. In both of the turn 1 you need Ancient Gear statue, and for the combo that leads to Duel and Xenophons, and actually also Howitzer, you need the Ancient Gear Commander and the Ancient Gear statue. Instead, for the combo that leads to Magnifica, Magnifica and the Carpe Diem on the field, you need to have Ancient Gear statue and Ancient Gear Wyvern. So these are the two ways to start. And when you go second, you can just do so much stuff. Like, there's not really a flow to follow. It's just depending on what your opponent has. Anyway, guys, if you have any questions, don't forget to drop them in the comment section down below, and let's jump right into the replays. Here we go, my boys, first replay against Shadolls, and we're going first. So this is the combo you need to go for when you go against Shadolls, right? It's the classic one with Commander and Statue. So we started with the Fortress, so we're chilling, no response, my boys can't be targeted. Then you grab the Statue because we already have the Commander, normal summon the Commander, additional normal of Statue. Statue uses its effect to bring out the Dark Golem, and then Dark Golem search and Commander's second effect to bring back the classic Gear Golem from the grave. Double search, the Catapult and the Gear Town, the Catapult gets discarded, and then first exceeds Sonofons with the 2 level 8, then your Gear Town, Catapult's effect from the grave, you pop it, you get a token and the effect of Gear Town to summon the Wyvern from the deck to get the advance. At this point, 2 level 4s into Dweller, the anti-Shadoll, and then advance to get the Engineer Fusion token, and the other monster in end to go into Howitzer. Let's burn some damage out, and then we're done. That's it. Of course, effect of Sonofond. He didn't negate it though. I don't know why he activated that after, but still. We got Dweller in the draw phase, so let's see what he can come up with. He's got the skill to get the Neffy Shadoll Fusion. I saw no one playing that, but still, Beast to begin with, get a couple of draws, and then he went for the Shadoll Fusion to go into the Construct. Keep in mind, anything that gets sent to grave, it's not an issue for us, as you can see. Also, Shadoll Fusion, this guy had everything to go into Winda, and then he just, at this point, he sets a couple of cards and attacks, but guess what? Construct cannot destroy the Sonofons, because when you activate the effect, these cannot be destroyed by card effects. Keep in mind, he activated the Veiler in the previous turn too late, so not in response of the effect. That's why these didn't work. So then he got rid of Dweller. That's his main problem. At this point, I got the first damage, and he actually scooped. But we could have done just, we were waiting for him to activate something basically to have the Engineer Duel, but we could have just crashed with Howitzer into one of the monsters and then bring out the Dark Golem to get more searches and stuff. We still have Sonofons to make unaffected, actually not be destroyed by card effects, so he still can't go over that unless he finds a way to flip a dragon or stuff like that. But still, that's it for the first replay. That's how you do, my boys. There you go. Second duel on a 4-win streak. Let's see what we have. Zexel, but I think this was just a rank up. Oh no, it seemed to go. I think it just bricked, probably. Yeah, this is just to show you the rank up, of course. We got the Fortress, the Engineer Advance, so in this case it was a Utopia breaking basically. We got the Dark Golem to get the search and the Fortress to have another summon. Here he comes. At this point we got the Fusion, we don't need the Veiler, so the Wyvern to get the Fortress again, so we can't be responded to, and then the Dragon in case he's an annoying trap card. Here he comes, Chaos Engineer Giant, attacking the set Veiler to go for lethal. Of course, this was lucky for us, he bricked, but this was my rank up from Legend rank 4 to 5. Here we go, my boys. Instead, here we have Heroes. So let's see, Heroes in this case going first, so let's speed things up. Let's see what they are going to end on. The Armored Dragon Thunder level 10, grabbing the Super Poly, Necro Valley, annoying as hell, as always, and a couple of sets. So we got the Advance to begin with, and then the Fortress to not be responded to. When you go second Fortress, it's just kind of mandatory. Then Statue to begin with, it comes the Dark Golem to get the Fusion and the Wyvern, discarding the Catapult. At this point, I went with the Engineer Fusion, he can't respond to it. Here comes Engineer Chaos Giant. Now, we don't care about the back rows, because these guys are unaffected by spell trap effects. So he tried to pop, I think this, but you can't target it because of the Engineer Fortress, so he was forced to pop the Fortress. At this point I went with the effect of Fortress to normal summon the Wyvern. He's got the breakthrough skill on that, but he's still unaffected. At this point he activates something so we can have the Engineer Duel, additional normal summon that we have into Engineer Tinker. He decided to negate that and still trying to negate this, but okay. At this point, I'm just attacking here, and I could have gone into Asophiel. I mean, I would have gone into Asophiel, but I couldn't because I used the effect of Fortress, so I'm locked into just Ancient Gear monsters. So at this point, I still have the Veiler in hand, so I'm kind of chilling. Even if he goes into Armored Dragon level 10, that's exactly what he's going to do. Keep in mind also, this guy cannot be destroyed because he's going to be unaffected thanks to the Ancient Gear Duel. Even though I had the Veiler, it's got the breakthrough skill on Wyvern, I don't know why, but it's got the Destiny draw. Neos Fusion to go into Rainbow Neos, using the effect, but again, this guy survives thanks to Ancient Gear Duel, making him unaffected by my opponent's monster's activated effect. So he attacks, but he has no lethal, and now we can actually get our remontada in. So the skill to get the statue to summon the Tanker brings back the Ancient Gear Dark Golem to get the Geared Sound and Fusion, but just the Fusion basically. Then the normal summon with the Wyvern that gets the box and another monster, 2 level 4s. Now it's time for Asophiel that actually uses its effect and bounces the Neos Ancient Gear Fusion to go for lethal. That's how you did, my boys. There you go. Third win in a row against 5 win in a row, actually. It was Shadoll's again, and we're going first. So we have the statue, so we're chilling. Of course, we're going for the classic turn 1. We can speed things up, you already saw this. Commander with the statue, it's just what is gonna let you end on Duel and Sanafond to limit as much as possible the Shadoll's plays. We got, as you can see, the advance also with the Ancient Gear Fusion, also an additional draw, and the Howitzer in the end of it. We also have the Veiler, so we are in a very good spot. So it's him to go Dueler's effect, but of course he's got the droplet. So the effect of Dueler is actually not negated, is negated. The only effect is in play, it's the Sanafond one. So he uses the skill to get the Shadoll Dragone, and then the Hallow to banish the boy. Veiler says no thank you, because so that he really has actually problems dealing with the Sanafond. Shadoll Fusion to go into the Construct. Of course, the effects are going live because of the negated Twiller. So the Harial is here. Link Summon into Gravity Controller, and the Schism back to his end, so we know he's gonna be able to play Schism. Reincarnation also to flip up the Dragon to bounce the Twiller, and then double set, and he didn't attack with this, and I don't know why, but I guess that's fine. He went with the Schism here to actually fuse those into Winda, so that's okay, I guess, right? So we got the Ancient Gear Duel now. We can just use the effect of Sanafont and attacking. Why? We're first crashing ourselves with Howitzers so that we can special summon an Ancient Gear Dark Golem. Now, I thought this guy had piercing damage. My bad, but he does not. So what I'm doing instead is I got the Search, kinda useless, but then I'm popping the Dragon, then with Sanafond I'm popping Winda, so then now I can use the effect of Ancient Gear Duel to summon the ultimate Ancient Gear Golem, that has 3 attacks and of course has more than lethal within it. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. 4th win in a row. This was the match before the rank up to COG against Sacred Beast. I mean, you face kind of everything in the last days of the month. Spirit Gates, we know what Sacred Beasts are about, right? So I can speed things up here. He's gonna hand down a good board, because he's gonna have also a spell trap, actually spell negation, because of this Arena Skyfire. Double draw, of course, with the Fallen Paradise. In it comes, so kind of tough, unfortunately, because if we pop this and we can only attack this once it's in defense, it takes no damage because of the Serena Skyfire, and that's what actually prevented him from being destroyed in one turn. So at this point, we're starting with the Ancient Gear statue and then the Dragon. Why? Because he has a back row, and we know he can activate that, so we want to make sure that we can negate it eventually. So once that I have Fortress, once that I have Dragon on the field, I don't care about what that is. Either he targets or not, because the targeting protection comes from Fortress. But if it is a nice Dragon Prison, for example, who knows? Well, Ancient Gear Dragon can negate it. So Dark Golem here to get the gear town, get Vince. Actually, that was a mistake though, if I'm not wrong. Ancient Gear Fusion here to go with it. He negated that, and that to defense at this point advanced to get the second Ancient Gear Fusion. And I wanted to go for lethal here by simply attacking with Yugioh's Ancient Gear Giant. But I can only attack this first. I can't attack this, guys, because of the effect of the Hamon. If this guy is in defense, I can only attack this. Really, monster your opponent controls cannot attack a monster attack except this one. So at this point I'm attacking, but Serenia Skyfire prevents the damage, so I can't really do that anything else. So he went for the crackdown to get my Ancient Gear Giant. I'm not negating, but this guy is unaffected by spell trap effects. So he goes on with the Shimmering Scraper and the Dark Beacon Beast. He comes to get the Nightmare Phoenix to pop the Fortress. That's fine. I use the effect to get the Dark Golem and get a couple of searches. Here he comes, Catapult and Tinker. And then he's got the effect to have the Raviel. He has the Shimmering Scraper in end, so we have to hope that we can actually get this to grave, and trust me, it's gonna happen, because he's gonna use Chaos Summoning Beast, get a Fallen Paradise, then the effect of Fallen Paradise to draw 2 cards. Guess what? Ancient Gear Dragon send itself to grave to negate it, so no draws and we're safe. At this point, Shimmering Scraper to attack everything, but this is not enough for lethal, and so we're safe. And now it's us to go. Tinker to revive the actually has the effect of Raviel to revive the Dark Golem, so we get a couple of searches more. The duel in this case that can be played with the effect of Commander, then Ancient Gear Fortress to be safe, Ancient Gear Duel to summon the ultimate Ancient Gear Golem that can go for lethal even through the Raviel. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Last but not least, the rank up to cog against the legend rank 5 guys, rank 5 guy. Let's see what we have. It's us to start. We don't know what we were playing against, so there was actually, you know, we didn't know what would have been the best choice, so I decided to go with the classic one, basically Dweller and Sonafont. Let's see what we have. Little spoiler here, I made the correct decision. So we have all of these as always, ending of course on the Driller, the Howitzer, getting some damage done, effect of Sonafont, and we're chilling. There you go. So it was actually Driller in the draw phase, Evil Eye, and that's good because actually Sonafont prevents even the Driller. They do stuff with the Grave, but we also have Veiler to pop to stop the Sertiel. And so he's got the Basilius to send the Evil Eye of Garganeo that cannot activate its effect because of Dueler. He's got the Moon of the Closed Heaven, but he can't do nothing. He targeted Howitzer. He just realized that. That's how you do it, my boys. Rank up to cog, guys. That was it. I hope you enjoyed this. For anyone who was still looking for a cog list of ancient gears, there you go. If you want to see again the duels live, you can just check the stream that happened yesterday on Tuesday. There are of course going to be also these duels but live, so you can see what I was thinking with the chat and stuff. I hope this helps, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.